I'm Dr. Chinyere, graduate, 2007 graduate of American International School of Medicine, with 10 years of clinical experience working as a certified nurse at various hospitals, long-term acute care facilities, nursing homes, with patients in their private homes, from doing my clinical rotations here in the United States, from 2 graduate medical education programs, Henry Ford Internal Medicine Residency, Detroit, Michigan, Springfield Family Medicine Residency, Springfield, Illinois, from various observerships and externships, with research experience at UT Southwestern, working with Dr. Salona and, Dana Downs, who are both awesome people, and with a master's in business administration with an emphasis on public administration at Davenport University, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm currently involved in education and mentoring of healthcare professionals and counseling and providing preventive health care and to the community of Dallas and counseling of victims of depression, sexual abuse, which I haven't experienced personally, but motivated by patients I've seen in my practice. And I'm presenting today on Dr. Tikito mentioned Newsroom show on Hemophilia and Labor Day broadcast. I want to wish you all a happy Labor Day. It's a U.S. holiday, and I know that you're all chilling, kicking it out with your friends and family, and taking the day off. I'll talk a little bit about Labor Day and what it signifies, and I want to thank everybody who has logged in. I don't see anybody who has logged in, but if you have, don't hesitate to post on my wall, I'll post on my YouTube poll, send me a message, call me on phone, and I can be able to, answer your questions. So, I will tell you a little bit about myself. About my biography. I've talked a little bit about myself earlier, but a little bit about why I chose to go into education, into mentoring, why I chose to be a physician. It's a wonderful profession, and I believe that the brain is a powerful tool for creating the future. But the stethoscope is an active diagnostic tool, and the book is the final puzzle in creating education. So why did I choose to become a physician? Well, maybe because I was born a leader, maybe because I like helping people, maybe because I think it makes me cool, maybe because I think I can be a source of succor, a balm in the midst of disease, poverty, and mental anguish. To be a physician, you have to have a sincere love and a sincere desire to help people. My journey in medicine started when I entered medical school, among the first 10 people who was admitted into Imo State University, Nigeria. There, I discovered that the knowledge in books could magically be transformed into expertise beneficial to healthcare. Participated in education and preventive health care. That school was fun. Relocating to the United States to be with family I loved due to my love for medicine. I went back to American International School of Medicine, Guyana, where I graduated on the Dean's League, magna cum laude. 2008 is not March. So started my master's in business administration with an emphasis on public administration at Davenport University, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and also worked at various long-term acute care facilities and nursing homes as a nurse aide. 2009, I marched at Henry Ford Internal Medicine Residency in Detroit, Michigan. My first choice after interviewing at 21 graduate medical education programs. And fall 2009, after completing 3 months of inpatient and outpatient rotations, working with the program director, Dr. Kimberly Baker, an internist in family medicine training service, and Dr. Alvin Bowl, the pulmonologist, the pulmonary medicine and critical care medicine. I had to leave the program because my clinical skills were a bit rusty after being out of school for a couple of years. So I went back to finish my master's in business administration. I got some hands-on experience working with Dr. Zahidi, the program director emeritus certified in family medicine and pediatrics at a private practice in close proximity to St. Mary's and St. Elizabeth Family Medicine Residency, Chicago, Illinois, where I was opportune to have to attend grand rounds of morning report with the residents and learn from the patients, and also a 1 month inpatient rotation working with Dr. Fort Worth Methodist Hospital, Fort Worth, Texas, and a 1 month position in training service, in family medicine training service at Harville Family Medicine Residency, working with Dr. Cristani and the inpatient team. Then in 2010, I got married. And I had my baby TJ. He weighed almost 10 pounds. Very wonderful gentleman with a wonderful personality. 2011, I matched at Springfield Family Medicine Residency. My first choice after interviewing advanced project education program, and completed 1 year of rotations in inpatient, outpatient, and obstetric settings, working with the expert and dedicated faculty, program director, residents, and staff of Springfield Family Medicine Residency. And my clinical acumen improved tremendously during the 1 year I spent at the program. After completing 1 year, I could not continue because of my complex family dynamics, so I had to leave the program. And I went back to finish, and that was after a frank discussion with the program director, Dr. Janet Albert, and who recommended that I resume residency after studying out my family dynamics. And during my time in residency, I also knocked the socks off the incoming exam to use Dr. Albert's lexicon. I went back to finish my master's in business administration with an emphasis on public administration at Davenport University, Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I had a fun field summer where I discovered advocacy, social justice, and leadership. I attended the American Academy of Family Physicians Conference in Philadelphia, and American Academy of Family Physicians Assembly in Philadelphia, both for 2012 and 2014, and American College of Physicians Conference in San Francisco, and was motivated by advocacy in action, whose main purpose is to give motivated and hardworking residents multiple chances in becoming residents. I also graduated from my master's in business administration after doing my capstone project on the financial involvement on mitigating the mental health effects of natural disasters, which addressed some specific questions that were really pertinent to the capstone project. It was a very interesting project, and I chose this topic because of the various natural disasters that have been reported. And then my plans for the future include working hard in the graduate medical education residency program, in which we faculty, residents, the patients in a collaborative environment to help residents improve healthcare and socialized medicine, which has grown recently. And that's what I envision myself doing within the next 3 years. And probably doing an observership, and also I'm going to be applying for residency this year. My strengths include my interest in education, preventive care, creativity, research experience, and interest in psychiatric disorders and physicians. I see myself in 3 years in primary care, because there has been a move towards primary care due to which has been enhanced by preventive medicine and the healthcare reform. And I definitely see myself taking care of complex patients in an inpatient environment, and also with lots of obstetrics and administrative roles. My regrets include my inability to finish residency due to some of the choices I've made, including some of the some things that some professionalism mistakes that I've made in the past, which were actually because I did not really know. But then I believe that I should be able to excel in graduate medical education, utilizing professional resources that are on board, and utilizing my previous experience from my previous graduate medical education experiences. Some choices, especially in vacation, actually make a difference. My challenges, I love challenges, and I emerge mature and resilient after challenges, but I found out that utilizing effective collaborative teamwork has helped me overcome previous challenges. Consultations, I believe that communication is the key to handling consultations, and I've handled consultations successfully, utilizing a good understanding of the team members' role, perspective in the team. Um, my plans for the future include ending up in a private practice or in an inpatient setting after completing my medical education program, and to help enhance healthcare, which has been enhanced tremendously by the healthcare reform. Um, my heroes include people who have contributed towards healthcare reform and patient safety in recent times. Um, my hobbies include doing dancing, which I'm trying hard to master, charity work, spending time with family and friends. My graduate medical education goals include ended up in a graduate medical education program equipped with the faculty, the residents, the staff, um, where I can have the opportunity to work hard as a part of a collaborative or multi-scientific team. My current project includes education and mentoring of healthcare professionals, and I'm also providing free preventive healthcare to the community of Ghana, and also counseling on issues of depression, mood disorders, and sexual violence. And I want to thank you all for logging into Dr. Speak for mentioning this stream show. I'm going to talk about hemophilia right now. This is a very interesting topic. Hemophilia. What do we need to know about hemophilia? It's 7:14 into the show. I don't see anyone who has actually logged in, but if you have, don't hesitate to send me a message or send me an email or post on my wall, and I can be able to answer any of those questions. So hemophilia A is actually a very interesting topic, and I'm going to start from the unknown to the known. So I'm going to start from some of the questions I've had people, ask me, some of the comments I've had people make about hemophilia A. As I've talked about it prior to this time in the community, I'm talking to people about it, people that I meet in a conversation. That's how we run in a conversation. So, I asked somebody yesterday, what is hemophilia A? And she said, it was a blood disorder. So that was right on the body, that was right on target. And it's a blood disorder, we get to know more about it in a few minutes. And she also, told me some things about her culture and how it's treated in her culture. So I think our culture defines us, and it's really nice that there are lots of free medical care available in various countries, and also in the United States too, and which Dr. Chinyere mentioned preventive care project is actually a huge part of, and also which the healthcare reform has enhanced tremendously. So, what is hemophilia A? Well, first of all, it's an X-linked recessive disorder caused by deficiency of functional plasma clotting factor A, which may be inherited or arise from spontaneous nutrition. So that's actually from an article from Netscape, Braden and Town 2014. So what are the numbers? How many people actually have this disease? Well, worldwide, the incidence of hemophilia A is approximately 1 case per 5,000 male individuals, with approximately one-third of affected individuals not having a family history. The prevalence of hemophilia A varies with the reporting country, with a range of 5.4 to 14.5 cases per 10,000 male individuals. So it occurs mostly males. I mean, that's something that actually jumps out immediately to you. It occurs mostly in males. So what are the causes? Well, if you don't have something called factor 8 deficiency, or if you have a dysfunctional factor 8 that doesn't work, or a factor 8 inhibitor, which leads to the disruption of the normal coagulation cascade, resulting in spontaneous hemorrhage and excessive hemorrhage in response to trauma. And some of the sites that may actually bleed, the hemorrhagic sites include the joints, for example, the knee, the elbow, the muscles, the CNS, the GI system, the genitourinary system, the pulmonary system, and the cardiovascular system. The intravascular hemorrhage is actually most common in patients younger than 18 years and can be fatal. So what are the signs and symptoms? Well, generally, you might have some weakness and orthostasis. You could probably have tingling, cracking, warmth, pain, stiffness, and refusal to use the joint. In the central nervous system, you could probably have a headache, stiff neck, vomiting, lethargy, irritability, and spinal cord syndrome. On the GI, you could probably have hemophilia, melena, frank red blood, rectum, and abdominal pain. In the urinary, you could have hemophilia, that's blood in the urine, renal colic, and post-circumcision bleeding. Other things you could probably have include epistaxis, oral mucosal hemorrhage, hemoptysis, dyspnea, hematoma, leading to airway obstruction, compartment syndrome symptoms, and confusion, excessive bleeding with routine dental procedures. And some signs of infectious disease include the following: HIV or AIDS-related symptoms and hepatitis-related symptoms. So how do we diagnose it? Well, first of all, I have a case study that I'm just going to read, something that if somebody comes with those complaints, that's what you should think about in your list of differentials. So you have a 5-year-old boy who is brought to the physician's office. Well, actually, the chief complaint is continuous oozing of blood after dental extraction 2 days ago. So that's his chief complaint. So at this point, what do I want to do? I want to get his vital signs. So pulse is actually 80 beats per minute. The blood pressure is 110/70. The temperature is 98.7. The respiratory rate is 16. The height is 103. And the weight is 18.0 kg. So history of present illness. You have a 5-year-old boy who is brought to the physician's office by his mother complaining that there is continuous oozing of blood from the site of his extracted tooth. He underwent tooth extraction 2 days ago. The bleeding stopped initially but has restarted spontaneously a few hours later and continues to bleed. So now at this point I want to know about his past medical history. Well, he doesn't have any past medical history. I want to know about his past medical history. He has no past medical history. I want to know about his social history. He actually attends kindergarten. Social history, what do I want to know? His occupation, well, he's a 5-year-old boy. Alcohol, living situations, tobacco, illicit drugs, and sexual history. So, but relevant to his age, he attends kindergarten. He achieved all the developmental milestones at the appropriate ages. And family history, we talked about it earlier. His sister is healthy. So now we're down to medication. Is there any medications? No. Allergies. He has no non-drug allergies. So now I'm gonna go to review of system, and at this point I want to know about his general skin, head, ear, eye, nose, and throat, mouth, legs. I want to know about the breast, respiratory system, cardiac system, GI, urinary, genital, vascular, musculoskeletal, neurological, hematological, and endocrine, and psychiatry. So review system is just like we have listed earlier. The only pertinent positives include the stiff right elbow that he has, and he also wets the bed, and that's from the cardiorespiratory and urinary system. So at this point, I'm gonna do a physical exam, but I'm gonna go down to how to handle this case, and then I'll do the physical exam, and then we'll take the quiz, and then the power question. So diagnosis, well, you have to do a complete physical exam. So I'm gonna do that. Then some tests that you might actually need include a CDC with differential stat to determine platelet count. Low platelet count results in disorders of primary hemostasis. A basic metabolic panel. Bleeding time, it should be done immediately. Prothrombin time, partial thromboplastin time, liver function test. And how do we treat it? Well, some things that you can probably give include factor 8 plasma, factor 9 plasma, factor 8 therapy. So you have to measure the level before you give that. And then you have to counsel the patient, counsel the parents. So this is a difficult time in their lives, so you have to let them know about the disease, give them patient information, and give on my website actually constitutes patient information for all the physicians who have seen patients, like who see patients with hemophilia. this constitutes patient information that they can probably read about it and know what it's all about. It. With multimedia, that really makes it more interactive, and you can get the child involved in this. Also, no aspirin. You have to tell them that the child doesn't have to take aspirin. So how do we build it at the end of the day before they walk out of the office? How do you build it? Well, it's a 286. That's how you build it. So reference is Zayden R. 2013 Hemophilia A. We choose from a very wonderful article on Medscape. And I'll go ahead and do the physical exam. I'm going to do a complete physical exam. And I'm just going to give you a breakdown of what I'm going to do for the complete physical exam, which is also listed here on my board. I'm going to do the vital signs. We actually talked about the vital signs already, so I'm going to do the general the general physical exam. So for that, that actually includes appearance, just taking a general view of what the patient looks like. I'm going to look at the skin and check for any rashes, any discoloration. I'm going to check for the head, eyes, ears, nose, and throat, and the neck. Check for any lymphadenopathy. I'm going to check for any swelling, any thyroid. I'm going to look at the back. I'm going to look at the posterior thorax and the lungs. I'm also going to look at the heart. I'm going to do a cardiovascular exam, listening to all the sides of the heart, S1, S2, and S3. Well, I'm going to look at the listening out for those and see if there are any abdominal cells like an S3 and S4. And then also I'm going to also look at listen to all the parts of the heart. I'm going to listen to the pulmonic, the mitral, the tricuspid, and then the apex of the heart. And then I'm also going to look at the abdomen. I'm going to examine for any abdominal pulsations. I'm going to listen. I'm going to palpate. I'm going to check for any organomegaly. And one other thing I have to also check for, involving the skin exam and also the abdominal exam is also, and also the rest of the skin exam actually is to check for any rashes, or any discoloration or bruises. And then also I'm going to also look at the musculoskeletal system, the lymphatic system, the neurologic system. I will probably do just a brief neurological exam, and then also do a psychological. I wouldn't do a psychological exam. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a demonstration in a few minutes. So I'm gonna do a general survey. So I'm just gonna look at the patient, just check to see what the affect is, and check to see what to see if there's any obvious distress. And then after that, I will just do a head, ear, nose, and throat. I'm gonna look at his eyes. So I'll grab the light, and then I'm going to inspect his mucous membrane to see if there's any discoloration, any bleeding. So I'm asking to open his mouth, and then I'm going to check for any pallor. And then after that, I will examine his head, eye, ear, nose, and throat. So I'm just going to, tell him what I'm about to do. That's the first thing that you have to do. So I'm going to, so I'm going to tell him, I'm going to examine your head, your eye, your nose, and your throat. And then I'll do that. So doing this, I'm checking for any lymphadenopathy, any cyanomegaly. And then I'm going to do a cardiac exam. So I'm going to listen to all the sides, the tricuspid, the pulmonic, the aortic, the pulmonic, the 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 tricuspid, and then the mitral. So that's the aortic, that's the pulmonic, that's the mitral, that's the tricuspid, and then that's the mitral. And then I will now also do a lung exam. So I'm gonna quickly examine his lungs. I'm gonna ask him to take his breath for me. And then I'll do an abdominal exam. So I'm gonna inspect. I'm gonna auscultate. Then I'll palpate, and then also I will percuss. So I'm gonna ask him to lie down, and then so I'll inspect to see if there are any obvious pulsations. Any obvious pulsations. So I'm inspecting for obvious pulsations. I'm also going to be expecting for any discoloration, and then I'm also going to be listening for any bruise, and to listen to make sure that he has normal vowel sounds, and then I will palpate, and then I'll percuss. So at this point, after doing the abdominal exam, I want to make sure that the patient is in a comfortable position. So now he's lying down. I'm going to have him to sit up. I'm going to ask him, Mr. Smith, sit up. And then I'm going to do an extremity exam. I'll check all the extremities, all the pulses. Um, So after doing that, I'll probably, ask him. I'll do a brief mental status exam. Ask him, what his name is, what today's date is, and just a few questions to get his orientation. Make sure that we don't have any neurological pathology. I won't do a full mental studies exam. Some physicians can actually dispute on that, but I would like to hear your views on that. This is the case of hemophilia. I apologize for that. So back to the case. Now that we're done with the physical exam, so that's an overview of the physical exam. I'm going to be having a session on the complete physical exam coming up on Monday. So that it's gonna be included in my calendar, and that way we can really know about the physical exam. I also have a very useful slideshare presentation, which I actually put on my website, and you have to have a slideshare account to be able to look at it. It's actually linked to my own personal slideshare account. So I'm gonna be doing the overview of the physical exam. So now we're down to the quiz, which these are very good questions that are actually designed to test our understanding of the content. So witness and orthostasis are hemorrhagic signs of hemophilia, true or false. Well, the answer is actually true. Weakness and obstructive are hemorrhagic signs of hemophilia. So, to number two, HIV and AIDS related symptoms are infectious disease symptoms of hemophilia A. True or false? Well, that's actually true. HIV AIDS related symptoms are infectious disease symptoms of hemophilia A. Number three, bleeding time stats is a test used to diagnose hemophilia A. True or false? Well, that's actually true. Bleeding time stats is actually prolonged and it's actually a test used to diagnose hemophilia. Now, factor A deficiency, dysfunctional factor A or factor A inhibitors does not lead to the destruction of the normal intrinsic coagulation cascade. True or false? Well, that's actually false. Factor A deficiency, dysfunctional factor A or factor A inhibitors lead to the disruption of the normal intrinsic coagulation cascade. The powerball question is hemophilia A is an X-linked recessive disorder. True or false? So I'll let you look at that. The answers are going to be in the presentation, and we'll do the Powerball drawing on Saturday on my broadcast for Why the Night Walk. I've had lots of people attempt to answer these questions, which are very good questions, and the point of it is to help you understand the content, help you, have a grasp to what it means, help you understand, to think about it as a differential when somebody comes into your office. When you see somebody that has this symptom. So and then also for my Spanish population, I'm just gonna hold this up and let you listen to the Spanish version of it, and then that's the Spanish version of the presentation that I just gave that has the same content. It just talks about hemophilia and what you need to know about hemophilia, the basic information that you need to know about hemophilia, and also for healthcare professionals. This can actually come in as very reading, very useful reading information, and the questions too are also very relevant to your board. It also has a quiz on my webpage that you can also look at and also try to attempt it and also take a shot at the problem question. You can be able to get prizes on my night and night walk broadcast. Where not only do the Powerball drawings, I just made an exception by giving 2 days for people who were not able to submit their answers. And so today, we'll do the drawing for last week, and we'll do the drawing for next week on Saturday. It's all designed to enhance the health patient education and also healthcare professionals education. So now the question for the Powerball for next week. On Monday we talked about pelvic inflammatory disease. So the Powerball question is, having many sexual partners is not a risk factor for pelvic inflammatory disease, true or false? Well, that is actually false. Having many sexual partners is a risk factor for pelvic inflammatory disease. So that's why it's advisable to have just one sexual partner, and that's actually very important to know about that content. So if you answer that right, today is the last day, but you can still take a shot at the content of next week's educational presentation. For Tuesday we did G6PD deficiency disease. So the Powerball question was red blood cell destruction can be triggered by infection, severe stress, certain foods such as fava beans and certain drugs. True or false? Well, that's actually true. We talked about it, and it can be found in the content on my website. On Wednesday, we talked about cystic fibrosis. Powerball question: recommended diet is one with high protein and high calories. True or false? Well, that's actually true. It's all designed to enhance the health of patients with cystic fibrosis. It's an educational content. Ectopic pregnancy, Powerball question: pain while urinating is a symptom of ectopic pregnancy. True or false? Well, that's actually one of the listed symptoms for ectopic pregnancy. Leukemia and lymphoma, that was on Friday. So the Powerball question is that estimated 44,790 new cases of leukemia will be diagnosed in the United States. True or false? Well, that's actually true. Those are the numbers. So the drawings, have been done already, and I'm gonna just list out those that I talked about it. The winner is actually, I'm not going to mention names due to privacy, but there are actually 3 people who have submitted, who have discussed it with, and who have given me their opinions and their answers. So the prizes are going to go to them. And then if you want to get acknowledged on my show, if you want to get prizes on my show, all you have to do is just post on my Facebook wall, and then that way I know that privacy is not going to be a barrier, and we can be able to mention you on my show, and you can get your prizes. Maybe publicly, you can be a guest on my show. So, healthcare news, there are lots of things going on in healthcare, and I'm going to be sharing that on my website, utilizing social media. These healthcare organizations have been so helpful in sharing those via social media. Their websites are also very full of educational content and full of healthcare news that are updated daily. So, I'm going to share that, and you can check that as the day goes, and you can actually, look at it and, know what's going on. Education is our priority here in the United States. That's actually from the White House, and, we are talking about education, and I think that's really important, and that's actually the essence of this show, to make sure that, we get our education sector updated to where it needs to be, and that's with the help of mentors and healthcare professionals like us. So I want to thank my sponsors. I have a book, The Compendium of Hard Knocks, 28th edition. That's from Lancaster General Hospital. I have a hand sanitizer from St. Joseph's Hospital Health Center. I also have a hand sanitizer, a mains, a pen light, a badge holder by Pomona Valley Hospital. I'm gonna show you all of these. These are wonderful gifts that I got at the AFP conference, and these are prizes that can be won. I'm gonna put up some of them on my website so you can be able to see what we're actually shooting for as we go for the Powerball question. But these are actually listed daily on my show. So I have the Compendium of Hard Knocks, 28th edition. And it's a very good book. It has everything that you need to survive interview. It has everything listed in sections. So that makes it an easy read. And that's from Lancaster General Hospital. I have a hand sanitizer by St. Joseph Hospital Health Center. And that's actually one of the prizes that are going to go to one of my Powerball winners for last week. So I have the hand sanitizer, and then I have a mains, a pen light, and a badge holder from Pomona Valley Hospital. That's from the Family Medicine Residency Program. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put all of this up on my website so that you can be able to have it put on my website so you can be able to see what we are actually shooting for. But I'm gonna make a list. I wanna call the complete list. Call out the complete list of all the things that I have to be won. I have a mains, a badge holder, a pen light from Pomona Valley Hospital. I also have a hand sanitizer in form of a t-shirt. It's actually pretty nice. I'll have you look at it, and then I'll also put the picture on my so that's the hand sanitizer. And then I also have a booklet too. The timing of basic heart sounds that tells you about the timing of basic heart sounds, the physical findings in functional or innocent heart murmurs, and also features that increase the likelihood of cardiac pathology, and conditions like PDA, mitral valve prolapse, aortic stenosis, mitral stenosis, aortic regurgitation, mitral regurgitation, and HCM. And that's actually from ProMedica Health System, the Toledo Hospital Family Medicine Residency. So I want to thank you for that. And then I have a phone stand by LiveDoctor.com. So I have the phone stand. I want to thank LiveDoctor.com. They had a booth at the AFP conference. I want to thank you for that, for this phone stand. And then I also have a phone stand by Hospital Physician Partners. So that's the phone stand. I want to thank Hospital Physician Partners for that. And then I have a pedometer, the hiking bottle by Christiana Care Health System Family Medicine Residency Program. So I have the bottle, and then I also have the pedometer too. And then I have earbuds by Altona Family Physicians. So yeah, those are the earbuds. I also have a brochure from the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So that's the brochure. And then I also have tape measure, and two heart-shaped coffee stands, a or cup coffee stands, a cup holder, a flashlight, a CD, and a pen light, and this is all from Union Hospital Family Medicine Residency, Terehon. And yeah, so this is what the coffee stand looks like, and then the cup holder. This is actually the cup holder, and then I also have a flashlight. I have yeah, I have a flashlight from Union Hospital Family Medicine Residency. Um, and then I have a CD from the program too. And this is actually a very good CD for people who are applying for residency. It's going to help to enhance your knowledge of the program and what it has to offer. I also have a brochure by Student Loan Consolidation, and it has all the rates, how to be able to refinance your loan, how to be able to get your loan, your student loans, in order before you apply for residency. Very useful information. And then I also have a pen by 3hournet.org. They are actually a hiring organization, and they have a lot of job openings for physicians in all the sectors. Wherever you may actually want to work. And it's a very, very nice pen that can be worn, but you have to answer the Powerball question to be able to get it. I have a pen from the AFP career link. I want to thank the AFP. They have been so nice for setting up these educational conferences that we've been attending as medical students and residents for advocacy, for giving us a hope that we can be able to enhance graduate medical education by being part of it, by by studying, by making sure that we are trying to enhance education. So I want to thank the AFP. But then I have an Obama keychain, which is actually here, and you can be able to win these prizes too. So I have an Obama keychain, and then I also have a badge from the FMIG. Um, so that's the badge for the FMIG. They have been very good about creating opportunities for federal medical graduates. The coordinator is actually Bentley, very wonderful lady that I met at the AFP conference. And it's very exciting what they have, what updates they have going on going on at the AFP, at the FMIG level. And then I also have a free day pass from Chinyere. That's where my son actually goes to daycare. So you can be able to explore their opportunities, to be able to check out what they offer. It's a wonderful daycare. I would recommend it to anyone. I also have a rhapsody of reality from Christ Embassy, where I actually attend, though I do most of my preventive care canvases at various churches, and that's how I actually recruit healthcare professionals too, and that's how I create awareness about my free healthcare. And then also have a mouth stand by Mercy Internal Medicine Residency. Um, so um, that's the mouth stand, and then I also have a goniometer by Family Medicine and OB Medicos para La Familia. So I actually used that during my last back to school preventive health fair, and they are actually pretty useful tools, goniometers. And I'm going to be doing a session on how to use a goniometer coming up on one of my shows. And that's all my prizes. I'm gonna get this. Yeah, so those are all my prizes, and you can be able to have a chance to win this prize. I'm gonna have them put up on my website with the companies that actually gave me this product, and um, and um, and that way you can be able to see what you're shooting for. These Powerball question sessions are gonna get pretty interesting over the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping to incorporate that into my show to encourage a more interactive experience for the particular mentoring YouTube show. So at this point, I want to talk about my walk for leukemia and lymphoma. It's called Live the Night Walk. It's a walk for leukemia and lymphoma. I'm just going to tell you the basic things that you need to know about the walk. The video is on my webpage, and you can actually watch the video and get to know about the walk, what things have been going on in the walk. We actually have been talking about this walk for over the past 3 months, and there are so many things going on in the walk, but I'll tell you a little bit more about what the walk is all about. So all across the United States and Canada, teams of families, friends, co-workers, and local and national corporations come together to raise funds for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Light the Night Walk events and bring help and hope to people battling blood cancers. Funds raised by teams and individual workers provide life-saving blood cancer research, free educational materials and events for patients and their families, local programs such as family support groups and First Connection, a peer-to-peer counseling program, comprehensive personalized assistance through our information resource center. Light the Night Walk events are evenings filled with inspiration. During this leisurely walk, workers carry illuminated balloons, white for survivors, red for supporters, and gold in memory of loved ones lost to cancer. Thousands of workers, men, women, and children form a community of caring, bringing light to the dark world of cancer. Illuminated balloons, light the night t-shirts, and a wristband entitling workers to enjoy food and refreshments are provided to all workers who become a champion for cures by raising $100 or more to help fight blood cancer. The walk is done at a leisurely pace and takes less than an hour to complete. Strollers and wheelchairs are welcome. However, for everyone's safety, bicycles, inline skates, wheelie footwear, skateboards, and scooters are not allowed. The walk takes place rain or shine. The 2013 walk is going to take place on October the 27th, 2013. Check-in and festivities start by 5 o'clock. The program itself starts by 6 o'clock, and the walk starts by 7 o'clock. And the information specialists are found on my webpage and also on the Light the Night Walk webpage. And I'm recruiting people to join my team and collecting donations that can be reached at my contact information, my email, my website, my Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Yokos, and all my social media, which are actually listed on my website too. And free t-shirts and headbands are going to be given out to all team members. We are racing towards becoming a champion for cures. The particular team are racing towards becoming a champion for cures by raising $100. And I've reached out to some political organizations, which I did through social media and through their emails. Consultant 360, American College of Physicians, American Academy of Family Physicians, National Center for Biotechnology Information, the Journal for American Medical Association, American Medical Association, British Medical Journal, American Psychological Association, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, American Psychiatry Association, the World Health Organization, American Congress of Obstetrics and Gynecology, the New England Journal of Medicine, Illinois Academy of Family Physicians, Institute for Healthcare Improvement, National Resident Matching Program, Practice Management, University of Texas Southwestern Dallas, Texas, and various residency programs. And this we actually done, like I said earlier, with social media and also through their emails. That donations are always welcome. I'm gonna give a shout out to my team members. Brian Downey, very wonderful gentleman who joined because wants to be able to contribute financially towards him, towards the cause. He's our highest donor so far. So Brian Downey, if you're out there, I want to wish you a happy Labor Day and you rock. Alfie Omonia is also a very wonderful gentleman who is also a member of my church, Christ Embassy, and he joined because he also wants to be part of this great cause. So Alfie, if you're out there, you rock. Beauty Obon is also a very wonderful gentleman who also joined because he wants to be part of this great cause. Beauty Obon, I want to wish you happy Labor Day to everyone, and also to thank you and to say that you rock. Betty Fly is a wonderful lady who joined because she also wants to be a blessing. She is an RN, and she felt she was created to actually be a blessing, to be part of a great cause like this. And so Betty Fly, if you're out there, you rock. Love and Tidy, a wonderful gentleman who you rock and happy Labor Day. Love and Tidy, I want is also the wonderful gentleman who joined at Christ Embassy, and he also joined because he wants to be a blessing to people with leukemia and lymphoma. So, Apostle Love and Tidy, if you're out there, you rock and happy Labor Day. Craig Church is also a wonderful gentleman who joined because he wants to be part of a great cause like this. And so, Craig, happy Labor Day and you rock. Jimmy Alvimbo is a wonderful gentleman who joined because he wants to be part of a great cause like this, and he joined at Christ Embassy. So happy Labor Day, and Jimmy, you rock. Guru Miha is also a lady who joined because she wants to be part of this great cause, and I want to wish you happy Labor Day, Miha. You rock. So some of our supporters who are not really active right now include Jersey Parker, Timothy Williams, and Daryl. So they support our team, they support what we're doing, and I want to thank you. And if you want to be active, just let me know. If you want fundraising pages, just let me know what pages we can do that, and that way you can be able to have a tool to be able to reach out to people. So right now I'm going to talk about the services that I offer. I offer free blood pressure, free blood sugar, free physical exam, free height, free weight, free sports physical, free health screenings, body mass indexes. I also offer free counseling for depression, mood disorders, and sexual violence. I can also offer patient education, one-on-one patient education, and also lessons for healthcare professionals through my Citrix online web portal, which can actually be found on my webpage. The link actually takes you to the Citrix online, and you just have to register, and I can offer one-on-one sessions, tutoring too for students in administration. So I'm going to talk about Labor Day, what exactly Labor Day is all about for some of us who might not know, but it's a national U.S. holiday. Yes, so Labor Day, I'm just going to talk briefly about Labor Day. It's actually the first, it's normally celebrated on the first Monday in September. And it's actually due to the labor movement, and dedicated to the social and economic achievements of American workers. It's a yearly national tribute to the contributions workers have made to the strength, the prosperity, and the well-being of our country. So how was this put in place? Well, the nation actually thought it was very nice to increase emphasis on Labor Day. So the first government recognition actually happened in 1885 and also in 1886. And this was actually developed to secure state legislation. All these were actually done in 1885 and 1886. The first state bill was introduced into the New York legislature, but the first to become law was actually passed by Oregon on February 23rd, 1887. And four more states actually joined this move, and those states are Colorado, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and New York. And all of these movements actually, actually um, conglomerated to create Labor Day. Now the founders of Labor Day actually the records are pretty conflicting, but Peter J. Ugor, who is the General Secretary of the Brotherhood of Capitals and Joiners, some records show that he was the one that actually founded it. And some records also show that it was not Peter Migor, but it was actually Matthew Migor, who is a missionary. So that's his occupation. So, but I mean, some recent research actually shows that it was Matthew Migor who proposed the holiday. So, but it's actually a time for workers to be recognized. It's a time for people to take time off from their jobs and to actually spend time with their family and also with their friends. The first Labor Day was actually celebrated on Tuesday, September 5th, 1882, and that was in New York City. It was in accordance with the plan of the Central Labor Union. And the second one was actually held in 1883 on September the 5th. This actually has been a tradition, and it takes place every every um, every 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 first Monday of September. So this is actually the first Monday of September. So I want to wish all of you, including my team members and all my friends out there, happy Labor Day. And more information can be found from the Department of Labor. You can find out more about Labor Day. Also look at the pictures. They're very interesting pictures of some parades, some celebrations, and also a lot of things that have been organized for Labor Day. I'm pretty sure that you have things organized to be able to celebrate this national American holiday. And I want to thank everybody who has logged in. This show is actually part of the move to celebrate this national holiday, Labor Day. And at this point, I'm just gonna do the Zumba move of the day, and I'm gonna play a song for all my supporters, all my fans. You are the one that makes this show a wonderful show. You are the one that makes my work my work makes the Chiquito team what it is. I'm just gonna briefly talk about upcoming events, which I also listed on my webpage right before we go into that, and it's gonna be on the list of the upcoming events includes the Facebook chat by 6 o'clock. These are group chats. You cannot see the content of our chats, but we're gonna have it every 6 o'clock, and then I'm gonna be calling everyone every day. We need to call and interact to share the good news every day. And also feel free to post on my wall during the shows or send me a message or get interactive on Ustream. And then also we have the group meetings on Saturday by 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. So this Saturday we're gonna meet at Starbucks just to be able to create an avenue for people who don't have rights to carpool. So I'm going to be at Starbucks by 9 o'clock, and if you can have a good picture, good, but that's just to create an avenue for people to carpool to the zoo. So we have Woohoo at the zoo coming up, and you can learn about the zoo and what to expect also on my website too. Um, and I'm gonna take a brief yeah, I'm gonna take a brief break before the Zumba dancing. So we're gonna be dancing to Tina Turner. That's actually one of the warm-up routines from Zumba class. It's not Latin, but Zumba is Latin. It has a very rich Latin origin. But we also do some different things in Zumba class. And this is actually a warm-up song by Sharon with 24 Hour Fitness, and also with Cedar with 24 Hour Fitness. You can catch up with their Zumba classes. All the Zumba classes, all the Zumba instructors are wonderful at 24 Hour Fitness. That's where I work out, and you can catch up with their classes and try to learn something new. I picked up Zumba actually sometime last year, and I've actually lost a lot of weight, and also gotten to learn more about the Latin culture, made a lot of friends, gotten to know more about people's families, I gotten to know a little bit about the Latin culture, which is actually pretty interesting. So I'm just going to show you the move, and then we'll do the dance, and then I'll play the song, and then I want to wish everyone a happy Labor Day, and make sure you actually actually um, make sure you gain the mode of what Labor Day is all about. It's a national holiday that comes up one time a year, so I want to make sure that you actually get the best experience of Labor Day. So the Zumba move is pretty easy. You just kind of walk and make you just kind of walk to the side, and then you make a rolling movement with your hand as you walk from side to side. So I'm gonna do that, and then you play the song. So you just kind of walk, just walk. So this actually works up your legs and your arms. So it's rolling, and then you're rolling, and then you're rolling. So this actually works up your arms and your legs. So that's the Zumba move for today. I'm gonna play the song over the week. We're gonna learn this routine, and then on Saturday we'll just on Saturday. I'm sorry. Yeah. So over the week we'll learn this routine, and then I'm not gonna be broadcasting on Saturday. We're gonna be going to the Zoom, and you are free to join us if you want. Or send us your messages, or just let us know that you support our team for Light Night Work, and you support what this course is all about. But next week Saturday I'm gonna be dancing to this routine and to whatever routine that we learn next week, and we'll have a wonderful show. No. So that's the Zumba move for today. Rolling from side to side, working out your hands and your legs, and this is a good workout for the morning. But with the American Academy of Family Assembly conference coming up that I'm going to be attending in September, they have lots of physical group sessions also scheduled as part of the conference experience, to reach the conference experience, and I'll be talking about that on my show, and hopefully we can incorporate some Zumba too. So I'm going to play this song. It's multicultural couples, and I want to thank everybody who has been part of my show. It's actually designed to thank everyone who has been part of my show, who has been part of my work, who have indicated an interest. And remember, you can always support us financially. You can donate, and all the donations will go towards Online the Network Foundation. So far, we've raised $25. We're hoping to raise a lot more to become a champion for kids, to get balloons. That's our aim, and we are working towards that as Dr. Chiquito's team. And donations can be sent through my webpage. They can be sent through my email, through my Facebook or my other social media. And that way, and all donations will be acknowledged, and you'll get a taxable receipt for it. So I want to thank everybody who has shown an interest, who has played an active part, and I want to thank all my fans out there, and you have a wonderful Labor Day.
You make the world a beautiful place to be, yeah. You make the world a beautiful place to be, yeah. Stop and calculate how long it's gonna take.